spiritual warrior. I have been to Standing Rock and stood there, and now it's in my own backyard. I'm not scientific, but I do live on the Muskegon River. I would like to tell you about the Muskegon River. We sit out there daily and watch the eagles and the ospreys and the turtles and all the beautiful things that come through the river. And it would be a shame if my grandkids and my great-grandkids were denied that same privilege. So I'm here to speak for my grandchildren, your grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and most of all, for Mother Earth. My mother, I am the child of Mother Earth, and Mother is crying. We are taking her life blood without thought for profit. We have to stand up. We stood and we saw horrible things and great things out at Standing Rock. And I want to commend every one of you for being here, because we are now, you have woken up, and we are the burning embers of Standing Rock. We have so many issues here in Michigan. Everett's in my backyard. Everett is my backyard. And this is a backyard issue, but we have Line 5, the Mackinac Bridge. We have Flint. We have Line 3 coming through. You have to be the burning embers. We have to show up to these things. We have to have our voice heard. And thank you for letting us have our voice heard. And that's why you're hearing applause, because this is the first time we've been able to have our voice heard. So I'm not going to take up any more time. I'm also with the Grand Water Protectors. Come join us. Become one of the burning embers of Standing Rock. Even if you were not there, you're still a burning ember. You're out there, you're lighting the fires for all the pipelines, all the fracking, all the water taking. Stand up and be heard.
My name is Karen Turnbull, and I lived in Mecosta County for 30 years. And today we're talking about the well and how it relates to the law, but there's also morality, common sense, and doing what is right. I would first like to talk about the people and a precedent that's already been set. The lawsuit that happened in the early 2000s, there were lots of people in this community, and many of them are completely burned out from raising $1 million to sue Nestle. And some of those people are sitting right here, and they're still working on this. And I just, they had yard sales and sold pasties and did whatever they could to make things right. And a precedent was set that 200 gallons per minute was correct. So again, other people have mentioned they're just moving up the road and doing it again. The door is just opening on this, because Nestle's already said that they have discovered 100 springs in this area. So as you, I hope, will deny this permit and go back to 250 gallons per minute, or 150 as it was originally,
How they sneak that other 100 in.
Made. I think that we need to know that they're going to pop up somewhere else in somebody's backyard. And it's a personal thing. Let's talk about real science here, because there's been an awful lot of modeling that doesn't hold up. And the Safe Drinking Water Act specifically requires that you must use real-time existing data. And I know you guys sitting up there, you're going to make this decision. And I surely hope that you've walked out there in these creeks and taken a look yourselves to see what they look like. I don't like the tongue-in-cheek joke that the residents of Everett say that after a rainfall, they wake up the next morning and say the Nestle monitors are going to be coming around to take a look. That's not real science. And I'd like to talk about profit for a minute, and I'd like to talk about Canada in particular, because in Canada, they are raising their prices from 3.71 per million liters to $503 for a million gallons. And that would, in a day's time, that would be from, now they pay $17.50 per day, and if this passes, they will pay $2,376. I don't know if you've been through the towns of Everett and Stanwood. They're very depressed. So you need to look at those towns. Thank you.